At first, it was innocent. A tap, a like, a laugh. But nobody saw the beast behind the glass. There was a day, not marked in calendars or prophecies, when reality began to rot. It wasn't a bomb. It wasn't a plague. It was a silence disguised as infinite noise. They called it the scroll. Hypnotic thumb ballet. An endless buffet of dopamine crumbs leading the young to spiritual starvation. Nobody died that day, not physically, but something inside them did. Their attention was no longer their own. It had been leased to algorithms more cunning than any warlord. Gen Z became Gen sleeping awake, swiping through synthetic lives. The skies didn't fall, the earth didn't shake. Humanity shifted from being to appearing. They forgot how to sit in silence. They forgot how to listen without recording. They forgot that pain was not a performance. The young became old at heart, trained by comparison and poisoned by curated perfection. They stopped dreaming because why dream when someone else is living your fantasy in HD? Love replaced by validation. Purpose replaced by the pursuit of virality. And somewhere in the noise, the soul whispered, "You weren't made for this." But no one heard. Then came the collapse, not of buildings or banks, but of belief. The first time the Wi-Fi went out for 3 days, riots broke out. Not for food, not for water, but for Wi-Fi. Young people couldn't speak without emojis, couldn't cry without filters. They had followers, but no direction. Influence, but no identity. A girl once said, "I don't know who I am unless someone is watching me." And they called her brave. This is how the world ends. Not with a bang, but with a binge. One boy remembered books. Another remembered walks without headphones. A few remembered prayer. Those few became the reclaimers. They started using silence like a weapon, stillness like rebellion. They stared at trees and meant it. They took their minds back, 1 minute at a time, but most never returned. They stayed in the feed, unaware that they were ghosts scrolling through a world that no longer needed them. You think the apocalypse is coming? It already did. It's in your pocket. And it smiles when you don't.